Hey, how y'all doing today? Now, I'm gonna make this video for men and women. And what I wanted to say was, I just talk about just being patient with one another. Uh, something that I'm learning as of recent is that sometimes we can mess up, I guess, relationships, friendships, you know, God-given friendships, you know, I don't know. Pretty sure it's a lot of people that's married and, may happen to watch this. This can go for y'all as well. But I have come to the understanding that, we have to be patient with one another during this process of just growing and stuff like that. It's helping me to also to be patient with myself. You know what I'm saying? And if you are a man and you are married to a woman and you watching this, it's important to be patient. And I gotta say it in this way because I want to give y'all a backstory about me. Like, all the relationships and stuff that I encountered, especially when it ever came to me dating a woman, I wasn't patient. I wanted what I wanted right then and there, and yeah, it ruins things, you know what I'm saying? And I know in the Bible it talks about be merciful. No, the merciful shall obtain mercy. And this all really came about. I'm gonna get back on topic, but this all really came about when, you feel me, like not too long ago after I was reading about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you gonna reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and it's been a little bit hard with me. You feel me? Because I've been through a lot myself, and I feel like that's what be causing me to move hasty. Anytime that we typically deal with fear, we just trying to just speed up and, end up hurting ourselves and other people. So, but I feel like, as of recent, especially today, thank God, just giving me clarity, you know what I'm saying, just to take it easy and just to take it easy on myself, because if you aren't patient with yourself, you're more likely not gonna be patient with your spouse. And I mean, when I say patient, just like you not patient with them when they are wrong or they didn't did you wrong in some kind of way, and you may be looking for an apology. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta wait because, I know that's probably a bad example, but sometimes you gotta wait while God is really molding people. Because, I just know specifically for me, like when it comes to me, it seemed like not a lot, the people that I was around never really gave me a chance, or was really merciful or patient enough with me. And I be holding that in the back of my mind, like anytime and every time somebody, fails to display patience toward me. So I use that in the back of my mind against them, like, even though they might not know it, like, okay, well, this person ain't showing patience toward me, so I'm not gonna show no patience toward them. And it'll lead you to do other things, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when we ain't patient with one another, we can hurt each other, we can hurt ourselves. Like, I know I had made a video not too long ago just saying, like, it's okay to not have everything together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I dropped a video basically saying something along the lines of that. Like, you don't have to have everything together all the time. Like, and it's just it. That's one of the things I feel like one of the areas where peace can be robbed from when we decide that we gonna continuously do and try to do and accomplish everything all at one time. And I'm used to trying to do stuff like that, but I feel like, obviously God even trying to break that off of me as of recent, so that I don't, hurt myself or continually hurt myself in any way, shape, or form, or hurt anyone else. Because if you expecting for someone else to try to change overnight, and someone had to tell me the other day, I was talking to them. They literally, and as common as this quote or whatever has been said, it just, for some people, it just hit different at a specific time. But this person was just like, you can't change anyone. All you can do is pray for them. So despite whatever part that they have hurt within you, only thing that we can do with that is just learn to bear with them. Because it's not easy, you feel me? It's not easy. It's not easy with yourself, like bearing certain things. Like, even this year, like, I've been having to learn how to try my best to trust God, because the same strength that I typically would have to do so much, it's like, now it makes me feel like on the inside, like, I'm a fool because I can't do all of these things all of the time. But it also pushes me closer to God, because now I can't really just depend on my resources all the time, or my own strength. So, and God's ways are not our ways. Like I said in one of the other videos that I posted, His thoughts are not our thoughts. And sorry if it may seem like I'm recurring or using, like, I will say too, any of these videos that I didn't drop, like, any of these videos that I have dropped, like, they have been and had, like, something tied from another video. But if that make any sense. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pleasure, and for myself, really, because, like, even when I be telling God, like, I'm trying to be transparent with y'all right now, it'd be certain instances, what I'm saying, even when just being around, like, certain people, where I never felt like they was trying to be patient with me. And I've been through a lot of stuff, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to be transparent with y'all so that y'all can fully understand. But I've been in special education classes before, and people would think that I was, like, stupid or dumb or whatever, and that stuff stuck with me so long. That was a hurt that was just stuck with me for a long time. And that created a wound within me, where then I wanted to become perfect in certain things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know how to love myself, from just not being able to have it all together. You know what I'm saying? To love yourself, to be able to really, like, still take care of yourself and not look down upon your own self when you are weak. I know the Bible says when we are weak, then He is strong. So, God is strong when we are weak. And it's like, it's a joy knowing, at least, that God don't think of us like any wrong way when we aren't able to do, and we aren't able to meet a certain, especially when He knows that we will do it. Like, He be patient with us, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things I valued the most. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, even me just talking to y'all right now, just telling y'all this stuff, man, like, patience is such a beautiful fruit to have. It's beautiful, man, and I know it's a lot of people, y'all, you know, everybody in a different level and in the season right now. So if you can't really grasp what I'm saying, like, click out the video because I don't want to cause any confusion. But I remember just telling God like how beautiful patience is. Like I'll be saying certain stuff like, oh well, you know, I'd be what did I say? I said I'd be happy if I had like a wife that, you know, that was patient with me, or just being surrounded by people that's, you know, patient with me. Because it's just like when you drawing something or you molding something, you sculpting something. When God is sculpting something, and when he molding something, especially within us, everybody else probably can't see exactly what it is that he trying to do in your life, right? Or maybe they do see certain parts, but they don't, you know, it do say in the Bible too that we only prophesy in part. So since a lot of people can't see the full picture, then you got some people, you know, they will unknowingly try to cause you, you know, some type of hurt. And I ain't gonna say try to cause you some type of hurt, but they unknowingly cause you some type of hurt and pain due to them not being able to bear with you when you are growing. And that's how you know too, some people are only around for that time and not around forever, because you outgrow people. And then for some people, you know what I'm saying, like you just, like some people, they just really can't get it, you know what I'm saying. So it's been a transition. But even like for myself, and normally I would probably say this is more so for other people, but really I've been thinking like, man, like it feel good for myself, because I feel like my mental has always been attacked since I was younger. You know, I found a way to do stuff that involved me having like some type of strength, but at the same time, you know, when I don't have that same strength to like go outside all the time and, you know, be moving around, if I'm ever dealing with anxiety, then it's like, okay, now I got to come up with something else. And this is where the patience in God and his love, you know what I'm saying? Because if he gave us everything all at once, it will mess us up. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, because I think people, you know, me myself, like I'd be forgetting that like I'm in the flesh. Like I have a fleshly body. We have earthly bodies. We have a spirit. We have a soul, but we have still a fleshly body. We still have a brain, but he knows how to take care of our bodies and our minds in a way that is not of this world. Everybody got their own way of dealing with their own problems. You know what I'm saying? And majority of the world moves in fear. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if majority of the world is moving in fear and they hasty, then how you think that they really being able to deal with their problems? They don't really have that sense of peace for real. You see what I'm saying? But it's a lot of stuff that tie into it. But I don't know, I guess you could say this is probably like a little bit wisdom behind it. But like I said, like just throwing me in the mix, you feel me? Like I have a habit with overthinking, and I don't know if it came from me just like, you know, being around the wrong people that I wanted to accept me, that I wanted to validate me or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, just it's easy to try to even find your identity in you being perfect. You know what I'm saying? You try to find a way where you can be perfect for people, and you always trying to do everything right all the time. But that's really stressful on us, because at some point you can break, you can get sick, you can forget stuff. Like, so it's like he been having to show me too, like, you know, like we really got to treat people how we would want to be treated. And it's hard, man. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I said, I be wanting an apology when people do me wrong and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want them to, like, I wouldn't want someone to force change upon me or expect change upon me overnight and not be patient with me over time. You see what I'm saying? Like, it feels better when somebody is patient with you and they willing to take the time out to just, be easy and gentle with you. Because, and then that's another thing too, like, I was used to seeing a lot of days and just watching years go by, and it felt like it was no type of growth happening to me. Not didn't mean that it wasn't, but just being in the same area, just living in a, being in the house all the time, like, it just made me feel like I wasn't moving, you feel me? So even with this, like, our growth in Christ, like, God love us so much, like, that he can literally take time for us. Like, it ain't, at the end of the day, it goes to him, like, just really caring for us, for us. He could still want you to walk in your calling, your purpose, but he still care about you though. You know what I'm saying? And if you're on the verge of losing your head, if you're on the verge of having a heart attack, if you're on the verge of dying, and you, the only thing that you can say is, God, I wish that I could do more. Like, like, I believe he trying to bring me out of that, because for me, I still be thinking like I have to do certain stuff just to be accepted. It's like I'm not being accepted by Jesus already. You know what I'm saying? And it's a little bit hard to transition out of it. You know what I'm saying? It isn't easy when you, but that's how you know too that you have been somehow abused in some type of way, and that's like some type of, it could be from trauma, but it like I said, it's a lot into it though. So I thank Jesus for his clarity, you know what I'm saying, about a lot of this stuff, because when you experience that true peace, man, it, like, don't nothing on this earth really matter for real. But we have to be patient with one another, because if we don't, what'll happen is you gotta look at it in a way where it's like, if you molding a sculpture, if you rush it before it's time, then you're gonna mess it up. And like, since I've been in a different situation where I have been able to see stuff start coming my way, and I have been able to see prosperity, and I have been able to see growth, and I believe that was God just allowing me to see, like, see, it's gonna happen, it's gonna come, but you keep thinking that it ain't gonna come, and it is. So we got to take little by little every day and not allow nobody to try to rush us, because that can mess you up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're human beings, and we have to be really fragile and easy with one another. And I'm still learning to do that, because like I said, me just being around the people that I did in the past that made me feel like I wasn't enough, or felt like I was dumb, it put that perfectionist mindset on me, with feeling like I have to do all these things just to be accepted by people, because I didn't experience that love and that care and that patience when I didn't have everything all together all the time. But I'm out, y'all.